Welcome to Daggers and Shadow Daddies.
We're your hosts, Ryan and Adriana.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Warning, this podcast contains explicit content.
Don't drop the soap, it's gonna get dirty.
It's all vibes and no facts.
Which one's the Shadow Daddy? The sexy one? It's like, you remember the old HBO thing?
No.
It was like static and then it went...
That sounds like an ad for like surround sound.
It's similar. That was the idea. You know what HBO stands for?
No.
Home Box Office.
Well, they're constantly changing their app every 30 days.
Yeah, it used to be HBO Max. Now it's...
Max.
Is it Max or is it something plus?
It's actually just the letter M now.
It's just the first part of the letter M. It looks more like an N now. Taking away one stick of the M at a time until it's just nothing.
Minimalist view.
Yeah, you know, it's what...
it's actually an X and a double X.
And after 10 p.m., it's a third X. Oh, like old Skinamax. You know what that was?
No.
You know what Cinemax is?
Yeah.
Cinemax was like HBO, and then after 10 p.m., it was like Skinamax, where it was
God.
like softcore porn. We didn't have cable, but I heard all about it. Before diving into the book, you should all know that this podcast is all about facts and a billion spoilers.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely no facts, all vibes, and no spoilers. This is our first time reading Throne of Glass.
This is our first time reading anything.
No.
We just read the chapter titles and then we guess what happened.
This is truly our first book of the series, spoiler-free.
But it will be full of spoilers and we know everything. It's all facts.
Don't listen to him. Enjoy.
Or don't.
When listening to this audiobook, all I could hear was Selena Gomez.
Because the character's name is Selena?
No, but that is close. Her name's like Serena.
Oh, you're probably right.
But no, I think that this audiobook voice actor sounds identical to Selena Gomez.
You could be right. I guess I didn't catch it or pay attention to it, but I think you're probably spot on.
Here, I'm going to play the sound and I'm going to show you her face.
Like an illustration? Selena. That person looks kind of like Selena Gomez, doesn't it?
Is Selena Gomez.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what they look like.
She had a lot of work done. I picked a photo from a while ago because I didn't think you would recognize her now.
I love her in the show Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah.
Did she have a bunch of work done or did she just get older?
No,
it's hard to tell.
She got a lot of
her hair's
work done.
Different. Oh, I'm not good with faces.
But do you hear it?
I do. You're right. She sounds exactly like Selena Gomez and the character's name being Selina.
It's Selena.
Isn't that what she just said?
It's like
Review the audio you just played.
Selena.
Oh, I'm sorry. Selina was way off. You said Selena. We're just going through vowels. That's all this is. Seluna. Oh, that would be a cool name.
Seluna. It sounds like saloon, but feminine?
That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think? Doesn't it get the point across? I knew a lady named Sabina.
Okay. American?
German.
Oh, all right.
That's it. That's the only factoid I got about that one. Sorry, guys. How now, brown cow?
So what do you think of the book?
13 chapters of the book. Did she write this before ACOTAR?
No. Let me look at this. My memory is that this was one of her first books and she was very young.
That's what I'm suggesting, is that this would have come prior to ACOTAR.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
And I believe she was very young when she wrote this.
I would guess like 16 years old. Just throwing this out there.
I think we talked about it once that, yeah, I think she did.
That would make sense because that's sort of the age of our character. She was like the greatest assassin in the whole country at 16 years old.
Yep, she wrote it in 2002 when she was 16 years old.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Posting early chapters on Fiction Press. But it wasn't published until 2012.
Well, you know what? For the work of a 16-year-old, I think it's just fine.
I also find that it's very spot on what, like, so she's 16 writing it. She has the best idea of what I think this girl is 19 in this book.
I have no idea. I thought she was 16 when she was arrested or something. So I think she's
yeah.
18, 19 at this point. I think she's been in the mines for 2 years or something.
She's 18 years old at the start of this book.
Sure. So she knows what adulthood's like.
Well,
as an indentured servant in the mine.
But I think some of the cheesiness, I think, is just really spot on. Like, sometimes I still just cringe at what I was like when I was in high school, young adulthood. When we were first together, it was cringy.
Yeah, I would say there is cringy stuff going on there, but I think I don't know, it's not the worst book we've listened to. It's not so far. I'm assuming a lot's going to come in to this. The beginning of this is a little rough.
I do wish that this was the first book this series was the first book that we read getting into romantasy.
I don't think we would have stuck with it.
I think we would have. I just think that it's so far, it's definitely one of the founding fathers of romantasy, I think.
A cornerstone, if you will. I would say if it wasn't for Fourth Wing, I don't think I could have gotten into this as a franchise or as a genre.
Well, so far, I think the book is really cute.
Okay.
Reading it a second time, because we were supposed to actually start this months ago.
And we did.
We did. We got through our 13 chapters, and we had to take a break. Now we're back to this book, gonna jump into the series. Rereading it, it was a much better experience.
Good.
Well, at least for me, I guess. But I think it was because I had a much better idea of what was in mind and approached it with what it is offering. It's not offering groundbreaking.
It's not Mistborn.
Yeah.
It's just not Mistborn, guys. And to go from Mistborn to this, it's jumping from a hot tub to a cold pool.
Oh, that's so cruel.
No. It's not that it's that different.
It's that different.
Like, nobody wants to swim laps in a hot tub. I'm not saying the hot tub is inherently better. I'm saying it's so different.
Yeah.
That I think it's enjoyable. I think it's going to be better, too. I'm having a really hard time the second time going through those same chapters. And I think because I have this preconceived notion in my head that it doesn't get better for 13 chapters. I know every question that I had re-listening to it, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, this doesn't get answered. I don't know this yet.
Well, yeah, because we got to keep reading.
Yes, that's what I mean. So it's a little more difficult for me to focus on this than it was. I think what makes the other books easier for me to focus on is I'm so interested in, it's going to give me a nugget. I'm going to get this bit of information. The second time listening, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm not going to get this information yet.
Do you feel like you're going to be drugged through this series? Or
No.
do you feel like...
I think it will be much easier. Chapters 14 through 26 is going to be so much easier because it's going to answer so many things that I want.
What are questions that you have?
Who trained this assassin that she was so proficient at 16?
I interpreted it to be she was trained by someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she has such a knack for it that's why she excelled so far. It almost like your deal with like kids with chess.
That's exactly what I was going to relate this to.
Yeah, because I was relating it that way of you have
she's
this
a murder
skill,
savant,
but yet she's so much better at it.
And I think that is interesting, but it's okay. Chess is a good example. Currently the greatest chess player in the world.
We are not diving into chess.
I'm just going to keep it very, very, very surface level.
All right. I was going to say, I'm going to rein you in.
When it comes to the young guard, we have Anish Giri, who is, I think he's 19, and he's incredible. But he's not the greatest in the world. He's just very, very good.
But he has a reputation.
Did you know who Anish Giri was when I said his name? No, and he's probably the second. He's in the top 5 chess players in the world, right? Ali Reza, you could talk about any number of people. Hans Niemann, I don't know if you guys heard about the cheating scandal with the butt plug. Turns out it wasn't real, but it's very funny to me.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we were joking about the butt plug must have like Morse code or something like that to get answers.
Which honestly,
could you imagine in this book if she's being accused of like something? They find out who she really is. They're like, "No, you fucking aren't." And they're sort of accusing her of shit like that. She was
and they just hear
butt plug.
But this is the thing. Hans Niemann, older, in his 20s, all of a sudden becomes an incredible chess player. Like, he was good before, but all of a sudden he's amazing. They're like, oh, fuck, this dude's cheating, 100%. I mean, he may have cheated, but he's also an incredible chess player. The greatest to have ever done it so far, and the only argument is between two people, Garry Kasparov and Magnus Carlsen. Magnus has been the greatest chess player my entire adult life. He is younger than me. Garry Kasparov, when I was young, incredible chess player.
Tying into assassins.
Nobody becomes the world's greatest and has no idea how they were trained or what sort of conditioning they had. Like, she may have this natural ability, but I want to know what was at her disposal to practice being an assassin leading up to being the greatest ever at 16.
She was adopted by this this leader assassin guy.
Yeah, a Ra's al Ghul figure, like in Batman.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
No clue. I'm not following the references.
Talia al Ghul is the lady that fucks Batman in one of the more recent Batman movies.
Oh.
Her dad's Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul, depending on pronunciation of it all. A Tibetan master assassin. Doesn't matter. He's the leader of the League of Assassins.
Well, and I just took it as she got special treatment this whole time, and that's where this path was paved for her. And she was also talking about how she was targeted, likely, and that people are trying to take her out.
And I don't disagree with that, but I'm excited for the part of the story that brings me into what did this. You didn't find a 10-year-old girl that you adopted, and she just happened to be good at murdering puppies.
Oh my God.
You're like, honestly, we told her to take care of the dog. The dog irritated her, so she skinned it. We knew she was going to be the greatest assassin.
No.
It takes a certain personality, I imagine, to be a great assassin. And so far, what I'm seeing from her is she's a very complex figure as a young lady. I haven't seen anything about her personality that would make her an incredible assassin. Her spatial awareness is very good.
I think that where we're at right now, she's been starved, beaten.
It's brought up that she has no boobies left. She's lost so much weight. Did you know they brought that right up?
Yeah.
Where once I had a full chest. You were 16 when you went in there. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up. Quit talking about that. Gross. It's that easy for me.
Well, I was thinking about how she has been a slave, or she was being beaten in that one area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere but her face. Because wherever she's at now, they have no clue. They don't see her scars in whatever she's wearing day to day.
Yeah, not on her hands.
Yeah, not on her hands.
The only person to have brought up her hand is the princess. Who's like, do you hunt? Who immediately picked up on the fact that, yeah, your fucking hands have got calluses and shit on them. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're not a fine lady. You got calluses on your hand. She's like, oh, I just like to, I can't remember what she said, garden or some nonsense. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, oh no, I'm sorry. She's like, I like books. And I'm like, you're supposed to be the world's foremost assassin. You should know why she's asking you this question, because this lady noticed it about her. What's her name? Selena.
It's not Selena. Selena. No, not Selena.
It's Selena. Selena. Okay, so Selena's like, she has calluses in her hands that you only get from sword play. And I'm like, you don't think this person's noticed that about you either? That's wild. As somebody who also has hand calluses, when I shake another dude's hand, the first thing you notice is, do they have calluses or do they get to work inside? Like, soft hands. Like, you don't look down on them, but you do notice it right away. Occasionally you shake somebody's hand where the whole fucking thing is calluses, and I'm like, what do you do? Why are your hands that much rougher than mine? It feels like we're peeling Velcro apart when we shake hands. I imagine that's this lady. She's got the hard hands of a woman who's been mining for 2 years.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I forgot that she's essentially a miner.
Find me a landscaper with soft hands. I dare you. So,
you got way more out of that scene than I did.
I enjoy so much of this. It's not a bad book. It's not a book that I think I'm going to look back on and be like, wow, I need everybody to read this. It's not going to be something I'm suggesting like Mistborn.
I think this series, isn't addressed or brought up as you should read it, as it's groundbreaking. It's brought up as it's an excellent introduction into this genre.
The Maas verse, I would imagine specifically.
Yeah. It's just a I don't know, romantasy light.
Is there no banging in this?
I don't think so.
Honestly, that might be the best part of this book.
Yeah,
I'm so
I think
excited for
you'll
them
enjoy
not to
that.
have sex. Also, I like that she's like, I like to read. Well,
Everybody does.
yeah, everybody, there was nothing else to do. They weren't going to be like, I like cartoons. What the fuck? Well, content creation. And by that, they mean they're writing their own books. It's very fun to me. Do we think that the knight is the guy who she's going to end up with, or the prince?
I don't know. I'm confused. Who is it going to be, Ryan?
I think it's going to be the prince, but
But when the princess made this comment, the princess there at the end, she's like, Selena asked her, well, what do you think of Dorian? Like, is that someone you would want to be with? She's like, no, he looks at other women. I want one that is essentially obsessed with me and me only. And I love that. I was like, oh my God, she is so...
she knows what she wants. She's had time to think about this in those minds.
She's just like, I want a man that sees me and is obsessed with me. In me only. I was like, I love it. That's exactly what you give me. Or like, I like this princess. I'm like, wait a minute. That means if she doesn't have Dorian, then this girl gets Dorian. I'm like, wait, that means Selena doesn't get someone that's only ever been obsessed with her only.
Okay, not only ever. Let's throw this out there.
Okay, yeah, not
Would
only
it
ever.
be special to you if he had only ever been obsessed with her? Or if he had already experienced this sort of infatuation, but the infatuation he feels for her is on a whole different level.
He's not done sleeping around right now.
How do you know?
Oh,
or is it a cover story?
He just has a virginity card. Not a virginity card. Obviously, he's been sleeping around. But I mean, like, he's just like, I've actually been celibate ever since I laid eyes on you.
Or he's pretending to see all of these women as this conquest and this interest. But in reality, he's very focused on what he plans on doing with the kingdom. And they don't really interest him because they're not intelligent to him. Remember, he's a book guy. He's a dweeb. In a cool way. He's cool nerd.
But same with the knight, dude. Not or the captain. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, you're right.
K-Hall?
Captain K-Hall. K-Hall? K-Hole?
No.
Captain K-Hole.
But they also have these...
Captain A-Hole.
They also have these flirty moments. And they also there was like this little bit that said, and they talked for hours about books. I'm like, are they going to be a thing? I'm so confused.
I would love for that to be the case, but I think it would ruin her power fantasy.
I think so. That's why I was
and
like,
that's why
obviously
I know it's
the goal is that you get with a prince.
Yeah. She's going to take over the kingdom via the prince, or maybe not. But I assume...
Because you don't get to free the slaves if you marry the prince's captain.
But what it's showing is that she can have these relationships and value somebody who's not just a sexual interest in the book. It's going to be a platonic friendship between her and the captain. They're going to be a little... It's a buddy cop movie with those two, I think.
What clued me in that it's definitely not the captain is when Dorian was mentioning that they're like siblings.
Yeah, Finding Dorian.
Wow.
P. Sherman, Wallaby Way. No, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
That's when it clued in for me that it's not the captain. And I wasn't thinking that I was going to be, other than they're very flirty and they're hanging out all the time.
And she's repressed as fuck, I imagine.
I don't know. She's not mentioning it. And this is not that's not this type of story, I don't think.
It's not, but it's like light. It's Skinamax.
Oh my
It's softcore romantasy.
Yeah, it probably is.
I think that's what's going to happen. Because he's going to be like, wow, you've been eating for 3 weeks. Nice to see your tits are back.
Oh my God, no. That's not
what he's
going to
say.
happen. No.
I will bet money on either she takes notice herself, which I think would be good. She'll be the first person to notice that her body's filling out again, and then the prince is going to. And his eyes are going to linger just a little too long. Oh, those dresses we got you are getting a little tight, aren't they? Oh, look at you. Nice thighs, Selena.
He's so weird.
That's what's gonna happen.
That's not what's going to happen.
He's a prince. He doesn't need to know how to flirt. Why would he have a personality he was never forced to develop?
Well, I think he's also an illegitimate son.
Did
you catch that? He has, I think, different colored hair, eyes.
Well, it would lead you to some questions, wouldn't it?
There was something that it was mentioned of nobody knows where he gets all these different features. He looks so different.
I would love for all of the other people in court to be stupid. Like, I think that's the thing that's going to happen in this because the writing in this is not yet mature. So there's a tendency to write other characters like they kind of don't have functioning brains.
No.
Like, kind of an Akatar thing, I think. Where
No,
you treat...
I thought it was okay. I see where you're going. I thought it was just gonna be we're not stupid. We know you're an illegitimate son, but we can't admit to the scandal.
It seems like that wouldn't have bothered the king much. The king doesn't put an awful lot... The king's already threatened the prince even.
Yeah. Does he have other siblings?
I don't think he's brought up.
I don't think so either.
But I think the king could probably coerce a few ladies into giving him an heir if that was his big concern. King doesn't seem to be on death's doorstep.
No.
I don't think they'd have to artificially inseminate anybody. I think he could finish the job.
Oh my God, stop.
He comes off virile. What? Why am I in trouble? I'm sorry. It looks to me like the king could fuck, but what do I know? I'm not in charge.
Wait, we need to start from the beginning.
Please take me to chapter 1. A long time ago, in a land far, far away, there was Selena.
Chapter 1 starts with her being escorted to Dorian. She's walking through, and what? It's so
I thought
funny.
Dorian was Captain Kale for a second. You're right. Dorian's the prince.
Dorian's the prince, yeah.
Such a ridiculous
And
name.
it was Kale that was the one that was walking her around.
Specifically in circles.
Yeah.
Thinking, we'll confuse her. They blindfold her, they spin her around real fast and make her walk around with a bat on her forehead.
And then they walk her into this room, and there is this handsome prince.
Wouldn't it have made more sense to have carried her?
That would be weird, carrying her. What do you mean?
You don't want her to know where she's going. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You could throw her on like a... Okay, like you do a hog. Or when you're packing out a deer or something, right? You throw a stick on your shoulder, stick on Buddy's shoulder, same stick, tie them up, legs. You know what I mean? So they're
What?
elevated and you're sharing the weight. You could do that if you don't want to give her the gratification of being carried, like you could do. But I would say if your concern is that you don't want her to know where she's going, it would be pretty simple to have carried her.
Okay, that sounds like way too many steps. And they didn't
Why?
even
They
need-
walked all around a palace in the odd directions to avoid this. It seems easier to me.
All right,
She
I guess.
clearly weighs 90 pounds now. She's got such skin and
Fair.
bones. Somebody throw her over your shoulder, walk around a little, spin in a circle every time before you decide you're going to make a corner. She's going to, what, read centrifugal force of her forehead as it's being spun around and then guess which direction she's going? Nah.
All right. They could have done that. I'll give it to
Perhaps
you.
should have.
But they don't. They are taking her through an area that she doesn't understand why, and she assumes that they're going to hang her. And then she's faced with the prince. Chapter 2, she is forced to bow, but the only reason the man would force her to do that is to embarrass her. So it's not Kale that was the one walking her around. It was some other guy. Because he wouldn't do that. I don't think so. He's jaw-dropping handsome. She is the #1 assassin they have ever encountered, and she nearly escaped the mines. She made it 300 feet in her escape.
Out of the mine.
Yeah, versus the normal amount. People only escape about 3 feet and then they're shot.
She's 100 times better than a regular person.
Exactly. That's how incredible she is. And I think it was in this chapter that I was feeling like, okay, the way that this information is being shared with us felt that little bit of cringiness. And then I was like, oh, this is really on point with being young. What I think about being young and my ego and all of that then. Because she's just like, well, you didn't tell them the best part, or you didn't this, and like adding to the story and whatnot.
Becoming more impressive as she talks.
Yeah, and I was just like, why would they ever entertain that conversation? Why would they even let her speak?
Why wouldn't they know? If somebody got 300 feet out away from camp, where, who knows, perhaps a tree line is 400 feet, where she would have been free as a bird. I think if I were the jailer, I'd be like, hey guys, we got to reform our security a little bit. It's not set up to hold very tiny women. Because my guess is most of these people are shot down with bows and arrows. 300 feet's a hell of a, I mean, for a person trying to get out of the way and avoiding it, I think that's probably pretty good. Because it's not like they have an entire archery group sitting on top of a wall just waiting to snipe them as they go. They do bring up that the archers are snipers, basically. Like, they'll shoot the nuts off a squirrel at 40 yards. Like, they get real excited about how good they are. But if one person is all of a sudden breached that line by that distance, you'd be doing some reform of your security operation.
And they might have. I think in this scene, what was happening is you have the prince didn't know about it.
That's crazy. I would want to know if I were him.
That's what he said in that. Don't you remember? He's like,
I don't remember.
I'm going to slap you. He says, oh, nobody told me about this. And then they are confessing this information that she did attempt to escape it. She's like, there's more to it than that, in order to goat them into bragging about her.
She's like, not only did I attempt, I nearly successfully escaped.
Yes.
Okay. I do semi-remember parts of this. I don't remember all of this. I do like that he was like, why didn't anybody bring this up at the last meeting? Like, we needed to have discussed this. Do you think it's because she was such an incredible assassin that she was able to get that far out?
Yeah.
You don't think it had anything to do with her being a very spindly target?
No. I took it to be, even without her strength and speed, her wit.
How is she not strong? She's been doing nothing but manual labor.
They don't feed them.
They don't feed them a lot, but they feed them enough to keep them alive. What's there ought to be tough.
That's it. I don't think they're fed enough.
Well, I imagine they're fed enough to be productive at work.
I doubt it. Their purpose isn't truly getting the job done. It's just punishment.
So can we agree that it's also a burden on the tax-paying citizenry of this place?
There was a comment about the king didn't want to kill people, and so he puts them in there. It's almost like a mercy.
So if you're providing 3 hots and a cot for all these people...
It sounds like it's 1 hot and barely a cot.
Okay. All right. You're providing enough to keep these people alive. You're also having them perform labor. Wouldn't it make more sense to make them more efficient at the labor so that whatever that labor is producing helps pay for some of your burden of having these people in there?
Maybe they have it to such a science that it's right now at that stage.
I think it's like Noxie level of efficiency.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, for 4 cents a day, Sarah McLachlan is out there singing in town squares. For just 12 cents a day, you can sponsor a prisoner. One less person that we have to hang in the town square.
Fuck. No.
In the arms of the angel. They've got a couple of the sadder looking prisoners, the real doe-eyed ones in the middle. And then they've got, what's this gal's name? Selena. They got Selena in there, like, Selena has only eaten 3 pieces of bread this week. But with your generous contribution, she can have a 5th. I think that'd be so fun. I mean, not fun, but
not fun.
It might be the right way to do it.
Well, I like to imagine that is happening. We have Sarah McLachlan in these, but they don't have TVs.
No, so she's just in the town square.
Yeah, she's
doing this on repeat. Yeah. She's also indentured.
And that's where we're at today.
For 3 shillings.
They need more donors because we're at bare minimum feeding them.
Well, and this is the thing. If we fed them more, we could get enough productivity out of them to sell whatever the product is that they're doing. And we would make money on this deal. I feel like the private prison system that is in place where we are is a deeply flawed system. But it sounds like they're doing it worse.
So after all this, do you think that she got that far because of skill?
I don't know. I don't know what skill you could possibly use to escape prison and get that far, but be captured that far away. It seems like if you're great at stealth and sleuthing, if you manage to escape the place because of stealth, but then you got caught 300 feet out, you were no longer that stealthy?
No, she said that she made it to the fence and was getting ready to climb it. She was like just inches away from getting to the fence when they got her. And they're not allowed to kill her. I don't even think they're allowed.
She's at a real advantage. She's willing to murder them. This is a little bit like deer hunting. Like, I don't think it makes me good at hunting a deer because I managed to kill the deer instead of a deer mauling me. It's not really a fair fight, is it?
Well, what I was getting at is they're not allowed to kill her. She's just there to suffer.
Do they know why she's there?
I don't think so.
Seems like pretty poorly informed guards. I would want to have a pretty good eye on the world's greatest assassin, don't you think? Or would I want my guards believing she's just a girl who stole too many truffles?
I think that is what their impression is because it was a really big deal for the prince to track her down. So I don't think it's known that she is who she is in this prison.
So I suppose my follow-up to that would be, it's almost a bummer that she hasn't escaped. They don't even know that she's the world's greatest assassin.
You're such an asshole.
They don't even have all the information, and she still can't get it?
No.
How's she so bad at this?
Well, they were just like, I don't know.
Seems like something she should have been able to do in like the first week before she was malnourished, don't you think? We don't know anything about this girl. Well, we know she's not very good at breaking rocks, so... Oh, weird. Well, she snapped 7 people's necks. They just keep dying when they walk up to her. How did that happen? We don't know. We know she's a jewel thief.
Well, that's not her story then. I think
But what would have been then?
I don't know.
And also, I imagine these guards don't just live there. They have lives outside of here. And, there's 6 degrees or 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
no, not in reference to this. I don't know what you're saying.
There's only 6 or 7 degrees of separation at any given point to anything. So nobody that saw her at this work camp has also informed any of the people at the Royal Palace. It seems like it would be kind of a tight-knit group of guards and soldiers.
It's maybe it's a point of shame to admit that all of that happened, that scandal.
Well, they wouldn't be like,
about it.
Hey, why's a jewel thief running around in new clothes over there? What's happened? Is the prince trying to bang the jewel thief? I don't know, but our guards aren't dying all the time, so that's a bonus.
Well, I think what's about to happen with her leaving is nobody's business. They don't get to know if they don't have that level of security.
That's fair. Yeah, their authority is not recognized in Fort Kick-Ass. I get it.
But what I don't understand is later, and I hope that I remember to bring this up and dive more into it, is she is a jewel thief. She is going to these events. She is training. But yet when she's in the castle, she's in these dresses and she's called Lady Lillian and is talking to this princess and treated as if she's royalty. And I'm like, even her cover story is that she's a jewel thief. Why would you have a princess hanging out with someone that is a part of these games?
There's a justification for it, I'm sure. I don't remember what it is.
Well, when she was mouthing off in the scene when she's talking to Prince Dorian and he's like asking her to take on this role and she's like, what, you don't have any of your own? I think it's normal that you have your own royalty military people. Whoever
the King's Guard.
Yeah, I think it's normal that you have those people in place. And so maybe...
Isn't that what Dorian is? Or not Dorian.
Kale? Yeah.
Yeah. Kegel.
Nope.
Yeah, that's kind of what his deal is.
Yeah, it is. And they find that she's going to be better than him and anyone else that they could find.
Yeah.
Or they've burned so many bridges and have killed those other people off that would be good options.
Well, I assume that they thought she was the world's greatest. And I want to bring up, she gets into negotiation with the prince.
She does, yes.
And I appreciate that she does negotiate this as, well, just crown me already. I'm the best. She's got a little bit of the Zohan energy.
That again is where it's just like the ego of a 18-year-old. That's
she
fitting.
does a good job, though, of them not being like, oh, we know you're the best. Instead, they're like, yeah, well, you've been out of the game a while. You got to prove it. And I'm like, okay, I can appreciate that, actually.
I agree.
There's some things in here that I think are real positive. Other things in here that I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I was expecting more of a rocky moment with the training. Do you know what I'm thinking of?
You're saying you wanted to see some growth in the training where she would have been fatigued or out of shape, so to speak.
We have that.
Rocky Balboa, where he's got to climb the stairs in the third movie again. You're like, okay, yeah, he's out of shape in between these movies somehow.
I meant this self-motivation to train of there's training with the group and doing all that training, but I also have to personally train. And maybe that's coming up in these next ones. But it sounds like really she's currently training. I'm jumping ahead, but she's doing the regular training as everybody else.
Yeah, and it's enough.
Well, she's struggling with it, which is great because that means she's going to grow and develop. And I just really thought, no, stop. I heard you make a noise.
Just kind of develop.
Stop. Anyways, I need to get back on task.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let's go. What happens next?
We learned that she was forced to live to endure the pain. I kind of mentioned that was the king's plan, that you don't get to die, you have to suffer. And they keep commenting on how dirty she is, which is so sad. But not...
Her line in that. It's so good too. She's like, yeah, but you'd be surprised how much you stink when you do manual labor and you're not afforded showers or perfumes. I'm like, oh shit, good job.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't bathe. There's nothing to cover it. This is just what a woman smells like, guys. It was very feminist of her if she would have walked around the castle that way, though. After they gave her like the fine gown, she's like, I'm still not washing my pits. None of the warm areas. I'm just
not
out here.
shaving.
That's right. She just walks up there, slaps her knee, spreads a leg. Drink it in, boys. Butt plug, there's more. I mean, wait. There's a plug. Hey, while we got you, join our Patreon for early access to episodes and Patreon exclusive content like full nude videos.
No, definitely not full nude. No.
Oh, sorry, I misread that. Full videos. My bad.
We'd love to see you there, as your support will help us continue this podcast and creating content.
Butt plug out.
I do have trivia from when I first took these notes. I'm going to ask you this one. What was the original deal for Selena to receive her freedom? I'm going to make you pause before we answer this. Give it just about 1, 2, 3. Okay, go.
5 years. 6 years. If she won, she could continue to serve the king for, I believe, 6 years was the original deal offered. And then he's like, but for you, we could lower it to 5. That was her first thing. And she's like, fuck you, 2 years.
Yes, you were correct. And then I have another one for you. How long did Selena work in the mines before this deal?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to say 2 years.
Nope.
18 months.
No, it was 1 year. She's been in there.
Oh, okay. So she was 17 in the world's greatest assassin. My bad.
She's been the world's greatest assassin since she was like 16.
Really?
Maybe 15.
What gave her that? Also, with her assassin competitions, how the fuck is that established? Would the greatest secretive assassin be somebody that isn't famous for being an assassin? That's sort of the whole point.
I'm kind of wondering if she was the greatest assassin in its own form of nepotism in the society. She was being trained by this top leader that gives out the jobs, and he was giving her the best jobs. And
Assassin's Guild?
Yeah, I think there is an Assassin's Guild in this, isn't there?
Okay, I have no idea.
I think so. And I'm going to feel so embarrassed.
What a group of shitty people. How secretive can you be? There's a building filled with you.
It's like John Wick style.
It's different. Only the really, really top-end people knew John Wick. Remember, his son goes, murders his dog, has no fucking idea who he is. There's like 6 people who know who John Wick is, and only the other assassins, for the most part, know who John Wick is. The general public being aware of John Wick would make him not the world's greatest assassin.
Okay, I'm following. I was really eager to use the John Wick analogy, but I was just viewing it as she was being given the best jobs and making the most money. So then she gets this title of being the greatest assassin, and then all eyes are on her, and that's why these kingdoms or whatever all are, I don't know, why the king is giving her this punishment, right?
Why the fuck would he put her somewhere where they don't know she's the world's greatest assassin?
We're not going back to
problem.
That. And that's when she's talking about they have a hit on her, like not a hit, but the people, the other assassins, want to take her out.
It seems like it would have been a pretty simple process to sneak into jail one night and murder her while she's malnourished and untrained.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, this doesn't seem that complicated. I love it. They could have paid one of the guards to just been a little rough. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, why did the hit stop? Well, they don't know where she was. They don't know that she's in that prison. Remember?
Dorian... Oh yeah, the secret group of people couldn't have possibly found this information. Entire group of people that trade in nothing but espionage and murder couldn't have figured this out. Maybe she's the greatest because she's the only one left with 2 brain cells to rub together.
No.
I'm just saying, both neurons seem to be fired on full blast with those guys. I love this.
Right,
I think it's great.
You poked some holes that I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, she got the wizard cup or whatever.
Wizard cup.
You know, Harry Potter, where they're all trying to do a thing to get the trophy. Where they have to catch the snitch or something.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
I think this is the wild thing. She's the greatest assassin. Like, what? Who? If it was, she just had a name, I get that. the idea that the world is unaware of her young age.
Yeah, there's
I
a
think that's
title
great.
of someone that has been doing these hit jobs, and they didn't know it was her.
And I think that that's great. I truly appreciate that they're like, oh, nobody knows that you're a small girl.
And then her frenemies is what she was thinking turned on her, that it was within the Assassin's Guild, that they were the ones that tried taking her out.
And somehow did so unsuccessfully with more information about her than everybody else has ever had.
Stop.
It blows my mind.
I think the part that I've been able to accept all of this, like totally fine, on board, until you mentioned that why didn't they sneak in and take her out?
Can I offer you a second thing?
Other than they did not know she was in there. Like, the king did such a great job in...
He seems super thorough.
Yeah.
And well thought through. Second question. If an assassin would potentially be the best person to win these games, nobody else recruited an assassin to be a part of these games?
Maybe that's coming up.
No, it seems like that's somebody that would immediately recognize our heroine.
Yep.
Perhaps they would have spread that information so that she would have been taken out by somebody other than them even.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Gosh, I think you're probably right. A lot of the holes I'm poking in this, I imagine, will be filled in the remaining chapters.
Yeah, I didn't ever think more than what was
I still think the
put in front of me.
unguarded area of this is wild. We put a known assassin in Gen Pop with everybody else that we have imprisoned, and we haven't even informed the guards of how extra dangerous this one is. Those guards have families. You're telling me that she didn't murder a single one of them the whole time she was there?
I think she did.
Yeah. So everybody's like, well, this weird little spindly jewel thief is really good at killing people. Not a red flag went up. Also, the day after we've captured this assassin, the king has sent her here. We also happen to find this jewel thief. What the fuck is happening here?
Well, I don't think she went into the prison as a jewel
So where
thief.
did he keep her? Or, okay, what did she go into the prison for?
That's above all the guards' pay grade. You just know
there's not
another
a warden
prison
there that you think is getting a little information from the castle. This is crazy. I refuse to believe this.
I think the guy that was walking her around in circles and forced her to bow does know who she is.
Yeah, I think he does. I would imagine you've worked in all kinds of places. You're going to tell me that no gossip is happening? Nobody's managed to figure out who this girl might be?
Nope.
They're like, hey, I talked to my buddy over at that other prison camp. They didn't get anybody after they got that assassin lady. Also, there was no public execution, which we find a little weird. But we got this one jewel thief that's really good at killing people the same day.
You were such a butthole.
Wild.
I'm just going to accept it.
Okay.
That we had moved past the prison system and that she was just really well
hidden,
scrubbed of her history.
Ironically, not scrubbed of dirt and debris and stent. Okay, perfect.
And I think we actually covered chapter 3 with that, because the king needs a champion or a lackey to do his business for 4 years, and then she's granted her freedom. She must win the duel to be granted the offering complete under a different name, given her legend doesn't fit who she actually is. So we've kind of talked about, they had that discussion.
In 1 year, they've managed to propagate this. This is so efficient.
No, they didn't propagate anything.
Sure they did. They made her seem older than she was and changed who she should be presented to be. She's a legend after 1 year. They've affected public opinion.
I think public opinion did that.
Oh, okay.
The public did.
It chose for her to remain female, which is very progressive of this group. And I appreciate that about this kingdom, considering slavery and stuff is still a thing. I fucking hate that in these books. I understand why it's there.
I think there should be freeing of the slaves eventually in this series, if not.
Yeah, okay. I have a bold take, Adri. All right. Let's get a round of applause. Wow. Yeah, you think slaves should be free. That's amazing.
No, I was just saying, like, you were like, in this book, I'm like, I think that is the point of the book.
All of these books, including the ones that I really like, have the slavery element, which I think if it's a fantasy world, we didn't need. Other than just to make somebody evil, but we could do it in other ways.
I think that it's a easier way to accept that there is oppression in the world building if you just outright say that they're slaves, rather than there's oppression in this world and we need to fight it. And it's not concrete with that label. And I think that's probably why books do it, because it's so much easier to tackle.
I think you're right. I would respect it much more if they chose a more complex way of showing you oppression.
Even in your Mistborn, that doesn't happen?
No, even in Mistborn, slavery's the thing. Then there is oppression of other groups, but the slavery aspect is huge in Mistborn. At least the first 2 books. I haven't got to the 3rd one. But it's a building block of what made this person terrible. I respect the fact that we all agree as a society slavery is terrible. It is. But I think there are better ways and more interesting ways at this point that you could show people being oppressed without it. We currently live in a society in which slavery is not an issue, for the most part. But we have indentured servitude in a prison system, which we still do have. We have any number of other areas where we can show oppression of groups of people, making it difficult for certain groups of people to vote, preferential laws on how things are treated, freedoms of gender equality. All of these things could also be made parallel. It's a fantasy world. We don't need to just keep rehashing that this group of people is oppressing this group of people through slavery.
No, I know. And I feel like I acknowledge that. I was just saying, I think that's why it's chosen is because it is easier to get everybody on board fast.
Yeah, let's make something complicated. Somebody please suggest to me a book in this sort of genre where that isn't the thing. And I would really appreciate it. Oh, you know what? I talked right out my ass. There is a book that we have read, several books that we have read where that actually isn't the thing. Fourth Wing, that universe, I don't remember slavery being brought up in that.
No, but it does go into oppression and all that.
It does it really, really well as the Gods and Monsters universe.
Yeah.
So
which are 2 core pieces of the series that we've read since we started this podcast.
I do agree with you. I'm saying that's true.
Yeah.
And weirdly, actually, Akatar. Indentured servitude. I don't remember slavery being a thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was Under the Mountain.
That's indentured servitude.
Was it? All right.
Yeah, that's different. They were prisoners of war, not groups of people specifically because of their race, more or less, or birth.
Right. Okay.
So, no, I take it all back. Sarah J. Maas, you did a fine job after this. I just don't appreciate that the last several books I've read have had this in it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's just a happy coincidence for me.
So it's just a time bias or whatever type of bias.
Yeah, recency bias, I think.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. On another side note, I would like to say Adri's comments about slavery are valid, 100% supported. If you have a problem with her wanting slaves free...
I didn't say... Oh, wait. I did say that.
Listen, she's getting a little confused as to where she's at with this one. It's a complicated subject for her.
No.
But she's finally landed on, she does believe people should be free.
He's such an asshole. I thought you were going to mix my words up, and then you didn't mix my words up, and then I was...
And then you mixed your words up.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm actually enjoying talking about this book so much more than reading it. I'm going to look at the next several chapters with a whole new light. May I come back to this?
Yes.
Can we take a little break?
Yeah. And then we'll jump into chapter 4.
Did we finish chapter 3 in a reasonable way? I think
we did. Yeah.
How did chapter 3 end?
It was just her accepting the deal. And essentially what the conditions of the deal was.
Do you think they spit on their hands and shook on it?
Ew, no.
Why not?
I don't know. That wasn't said.
Seems like that would have been the only way to handle it.
Like a blood deal.
Oh my gosh. She said no form of hygiene, right?
No.
They throw her in a dress. She hasn't brushed her teeth in a year. She didn't recover from that quickly. They give her dentures. How did they play her off as some noble lady? Or does this take place in France?
What do you mean? No.
French people have bad teeth. I'm here to help.
Stop it.
I'm just joking. The English have bad teeth. The French are the ones that smell funny.
No.
Got you guys. Thank you guys for supporting us. It's been a good time. If you'd like more,
follow us here, TikTok or Instagram. Fable, if you want to join our book club. Patreon, if you want episodes early.
Dropping on Tuesdays if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Episodes are releasing on Tuesdays. If there's a two-parter, it's going to be on Thursdays.
We accept 5-star reviews and nothing less. If you leave something less, you're a motherfucker.
No!
Oh.
Honest reviews.
Not that honest. Only leave a review if you're willing to be a 5-star honest person. Should we come up with something mean to say to him on the way out? I kind of want to pick on him.
No, I
don't
won't say
want that
love
mood.
you. Bye.
Oh, you can tell him that you love him.
Okay.
I won't.
Love you guys before Ryan bullies you out of here.
I'm fine with most of you. I love you, bye.